This road is leads onto the Dorking Road and all that, heads up to Dorking, goes past Box Hill and all this lot. Goes past Newlands Corner and everything, and everybody loves to drive it and ride it. It's like this virtually all the way. You know, there's no people around. There's no, I wouldn't say there's no traffic, because there is, because people like to, you know, ride and drive it. But the traffic isn't necessarily heavy on it during the day and things like that. On Sundays, it's the road you find all the bikers coming up and down, basically. So you know, it's not even a Sunday. There's like plenty of bikers. Still one of my favourite roads. I love it if it's a nice clear day and you get a clear roll through. It's just a lovely scenic road. There's only a couple of places you have to worry about danger, shall we say, and it goes for miles and miles and miles and miles, and all of it's just pretty. Newlands Corner, drive slowly. Yeah, so if you don't know, Newlands Corner, that's where everybody's parked up. There's usually, yeah, there's shitloads of bikes there, look. There's usually tons of bikes parked up there. I wouldn't say it's the Pullman Box Hill, it's just not the most popular as Box Hill. Box Hill's got a, I don't know what, it's got a reputation of a destination for bikers. I've never liked Box Hill. It's more of the posers stop for bikers. Real bikers, Newlands Corner. Hooligans and wannabe bikers, Box Hill. That's the difference between the two. Now, if you're a real biker, you go to Newlands Corner. It's got your old greasy spoon up there as well, by the way. So if you're after shit food, it can cater to you. Sorry, I shouldn't really say shit food. What I mean is non-healthy food. God, I hope one of them don't recognise me next time I go and order a bacon butty. Right, you want a shit food, do you, right? Right, here you go. I'm going to do a dump on it. As you can see, they're nice roads at this time. What time is it? It's actually midday. It's busy. So but yeah, early on a Sunday morning, down this road, get a clear run all the way through. It's like, yeah, it's lovely. Sheer. I can't believe how many people are here. That car park is for something called Silent Pool. It's also where Silent Pool gin's made, I believe. That's why it's got the name Silent Pool. It's a great big muddy paddock, basically. It's like, why do people find it a destination now? I really do not know. And then we get the Mad Mile. But if you come down here, don't go mad at that. I'm not the girl on the other side of the road. At that start point, go, because you get, like I say, the perfect example. This guy pulling over. A lot of people pull over here to go to a very nice little scenic town called Shear, which is just down that road. There's also a crossroad here as well. I see a guy in front of me pulling over. After this, your Mad Mile begins, and that's when people go a bit silly. So a national speed limit, so you know. I'm cursing myself now, but one of the things I haven't seen this morning is a cop car anyway. I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing, I'm just saying it's curious. I know a lot of them are being pushed into the front line of helping sick people, basically. You know, when the ambulances can't get them, they send a cop car with a first aid kit. Oh wow, look at that. Whenever I see old cars like that on the road, I'm like, because they're exempt from MOTs, I believe, aren't they? You get over a certain age, simply because no one knows how to MOT cars that get that old. they have to be kept in a roadworthy condition, but they don't have to have an MOT. But what's a roadworthy condition for a car that's, you know, ancient? You know, it's got crap brakes, crap steering, crap tyres, crap everything. So what defines roadworthy conditions? Roadworthy for today or roadworthy conditions for the day it was made? Who knows? Wow! There's a lot of people celebrating summer. It's a farm shop and it's open. Do you think they do eggs? That makes me laugh. It's like, of all the things that we as a nation run out of, was toilet roll. Yeah, it wasn't really an issue. I have to admit, it was not an issue. People got hold of toilet roll. It didn't sell out. It sold out in a few shops, but it was in the next couple of days. You know, the only people who run out are people who just didn't go shopping to the other shops and that. You know, it was there. But one thing that became really, really hard to get. I mean, they would be impossible to get at some point. And we were trying everywhere to get some eggs. And eggs. And because I've got a specialist diet, shall we say, eggs were really important to me because I have to make a lot of my own stuff. You know, I can live without it, but they become important because I do my own baking and stuff. And so, without eggs, I'm like buggered. And for a good few weeks, eggs were like gold. You know, if people had eggs, you were like, can I have some? Go on. And when all this is over, I'll come around and kiss your feet. Anything you like, just give us some eggs. Eggs, I want eggs, give us some eggs. But yeah, it's alright now. But that, for us in this part of the country, eggs became like sought after, a really sought after product. It was amazing. Is that about you? What went missing in your area? Type 11. Whoa, look at this. Entering Narnia. Oh no, coming back out of Narnia. It is funny, on a hot day like this, you ride in the sun and you can feel the heat straight away. Then you go through these like little shadow bits and the temperature drops significantly on you. You can, because you've got vents, well I do, I ride with all my vents open on my jacket and everything. And as I go through those little tunnels of shade, it's like someone's just whacked up the air conditioning. It's lovely. It's like, oh, air conditioning. Oh, air conditioning. Oh, air conditioning. Oh. It's lovely, air conditioning. Oh. So you can get air conditioning on a motorbike. You've just got to find a tunnel of trees that's casting its shadow across the road. There you go, air conditioning. And for people who are saying like it's not, you know, really an issue, it's like, oh my word, it's air conditioning. Because you're on a motorbike, you've got all the wind blowing around you. Well, if you're wearing proper riding gear, most people only have one set, and they buy it for the worst conditions they're going to ride in. So it's usually waterproof and not really designed to let air flow through it. You'll have a few, if they're lucky, you'll have a few zips you can undo to get rid of the air. Oh, get rid of the air? Well, get rid of the hot air from around you, I suppose. But let air in, you know. And, you know, that's the sort of gear I wear. But otherwise, you're sweating your bollocks off. Really hot. One thing I do recommend though, if you are like me and you can only afford one set of riding gear, get a nice set and get what you can afford, but get 3 pairs of gloves. I'm not kidding about that. 3 pairs of gloves. One like this, summer gloves. So they've got nice fabric in them, so the air will flow through them, and that will keep your body amazingly cool just by having summer gloves. Get a heated set of gloves if you ride in the winter, which I do, and then just a normal set of gloves, ones that you can use every normal average day, because you wouldn't wear your summer gloves during the early autumn and stuff like that, because yeah, your hands are going to get really cold. There's my top tip. Gloves, 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 gloves. I have to mention these new gloves. They're RST ones. I've got a thing about RST gear. I do like their gear. I'll put the link in the description below. Go buy some. I might get a kit back from somewhere. And yeah, so far loving them. Really nice. I don't know what the longevity's like. So this is the first ride wearing them. But like with all things, like when you buy boots and gloves, motorbikes, always buy their size up. Always find that the sizes of gloves, etc., especially on motorbikes, I always like to buy them a size up. Because I find they don't, once they've been all sewn together and everything, they don't seem to fit me on the size I'm supposed to be. Excuse me. Fancy nice like that's one of the things, you know, because I've busted my tooth. Things you can't eat when you've busted a tooth. Well, I've got 2 teeth that I've got more than that actually. I'm probably knackered about 5 teeth. One tooth completely snapped off from the impact of the bike crash. It just snapped in half. That's my front left biting tooth, can't remember what you call it. That's clean sheared, and it's got the nerve slightly exposed and a crack all the way down from top to bottom of what's left of it. So, you know, I'm waiting for dentists to open so I can get that sorted. Just pop in painkillers like nobody's business. I was using alcohol as a painkiller, but my wife stopped me, told me I'm not allowed to anymore. Get worried I'm drinking too much. Things I'm missing at the moment in hot weather like this, it's things like ice cream. Oh my word, do I miss ice cream. Because you can't have any, or even just a cold drink. Anybody who's had a mild toothache before and you put a bit of cold water on it, you know how much you kind of go, ow! Now imagine having your tooth just cut in half and everything's exposed and put a bit of water on, cold water on that. Yeah, you know. So I'm having to drink through a straw and stuff like that to make sure that it doesn't go on there, otherwise I'm screaming. And the worst thing is I really miss ice cream and ice lollies in hot weather. I'm watching my kids and my wife eat ice cream and lollies, and I'm kind of going, I want some, I really want some. But I know if I shoved that in my mouth I'd be screaming within minutes, you know. And sleep, oh, I miss sleep. Last night I probably got 2.5 hours of sleep. And you're like, how come you're riding? That's caffeine and adrenaline, basically. So all that's keeping me going. and not doing anything stupid. Like usually I'd go around the outside here, but I just like keeping it really, really safe and not doing anything silly.